Coming in hot, Chinch. What's going on, brother?
What's up, brother? All right, here we go. We've been fired up. Sean and I have been going through it a lot lately because Sean's hamstring exploded. I get a new job, so the timing is moving everywhere around with when we're going to do this show. Then Sean Casey, by the way, his kid just got drafted into the big leagues by the Toronto Blue Jays.
Not the big leagues, pro baseball, not the big leagues.
Okay. All right. As far as I'm concerned, he's a big league. Anyway, but here we are. Second half of the season is about to start. It's amazing, dude, for like, I'm at the post now, right? And everybody's talking about trade deadline is coming up. About 2 weeks ago when I started my new job, it was like the Red Sox are, maybe you can go get Bregman from the Red Sox. Maybe.
Right.
Now,
2 weeks ago.
Now, 2 weeks later, it's like maybe the Red Sox can win the World Series.
That's so true.
It's like, what is happening here? Like, nothing makes any sense.
And one of the biggest storylines, probably the biggest storyline of the first half, is that they traded Rafael Devers to the Giants.
Oh my God!
And then it was, the sky's falling in Boston. Now all of a sudden, Roman Anthony's playing well. The young kids are taking on a bigger role. The pitching's really good. It's getting healthy. And all of a sudden, you're like, the Red Sox won 10 in a row. You're right. Well, who are they going to trade for?
I know, it's unbelievable. So here we go. We got a lot of question marks going into the second half. Here in New York, the question marks surrounding the Mets and the Yankees are very interesting. Brian Cashman, right before the All-Star break, is like, we're going all in. We're going nuts. Derek Jeter even kind of called him out at the end. They did their preview, who's going to go to the World Series. They made their picks, him and Poppy and A-Rod. And Jeter kind of Jeter's like, Cashman says he's going all in, so I'm picking the Yankees over the Cubs because I want to see what Cashman's going to do. Dude, what do you think? Let's start right there. What do you think Cashman's going to do? And tell me a little bit about how good of a second half Anthony Volpe's going to have, because I'm going to call it that right now.
Volpe's going to have a great second half, dude. No doubt about it. I'm calling that right now. And Cash is going to do something, dude. They're the Yankees, man, and he sees it. I mean, they're so close, but they got to get a starter. You could never have enough bullpen help, and they'd love to get a third baseman. I mean, you could go to the Diamondbacks and get all that. I mean, probably get Eugenio Suarez at third. There's your third baseman. Mm-hmm. And you pick off Zach Gallen or, Merrill Kelly. There's your starter. And then you go to the Pirates and you get Bednar. And there's another back end. There you go. There's the Yankees. And I'm just wondering, do they have enough prospects to trade at this point?
That's a great question. Yeah.
Those are legit players. How are you going to get them?
That's a great question. That's what everybody's wondering. Like when Cashman says we're going for it, it's like, with what?
Yeah, you've traded everybody.
Yeah, dude, there's other guys out there too right now. I'm going to hit you on this quick. That the teams could go either way, but Jacob deGrom, his name has been mentioned. And also Chris Sale's got the rib thing, whatever, but like going to be like they say will be, fully healthy by like August. If those two teams aren't going, you might see teams going after Chris Sale and Jacob deGrom, and that's game changers right there.
Yeah, you're not getting deGrom. Chris Young's not trading deGrom. Chris Young getting deGrom, this is what he's been waiting for this. And remember, he has the internal brace surgery, so that elbow is going to be good, and he's as healthy as he's been in years. So deGrom's not going anywhere. Sale, on the other hand, you could see if Atlanta's really out of it, they could get a haul back for Sale, man. Sale back healthy, that could be absolutely huge. So, there's a lot of question marks. Even with the Pirates, you got a guy like Mitch Keller sitting there. I mean, really good starter. A 3 or 4 starter in the big leagues. Guy that can give you good innings. Guy that could shut people down. He could bring back a haul because he's got control. Go to the bullpen in there. You got Santana in the back end of the bullpen. You got team control on him and Bednar. You know what I mean? So Isaiah Kiner-Falefa would be a nice trade piece. I mean, they just traded Adam Frazier today, I believe, to the Royals. So there's so many teams out there that, could really get a haul back for some of these guys.
Yeah. I want to ask you this, too. Also at the All-Star break, one big news story was, like, everybody's saying Buxton from the Twins, if the Twins are out of it, that guy's going to be, like, a game changer for somebody. He went on record and was like, don't call. Don't call. I'm a Twin for life. Do not call my team. I'm going to say no because he's got the no trade. What you think on that?
That's why you get the no trade, bro. That's why guys are getting no trades because they say no. I'm in Minnesota. I have my wife and kids here. This is where my kids go to school or whatever. I don't know how old his kids are, but this is where we made our home, and I got no trade calls for a reason because I'm not going anywhere.
There you go.
So,
All right.
yeah, I love it.
Let me ask you this then. So right now, you mentioned, we teased it in our last show. You mentioned that you think the Astros are actually for real and they're still here to stay. Do you think they can hang in the AL and make the run like they always do?
I really do, dude. That's a good team, man. They got great pitching. They got a great bullpen. I mean, I think that the bullpen's been lights out. Hader's been great. Abreu's been great in the back end. There are a lot of guys that don't miss Presley. And, Jeremy Pena at short is going to another level. I mean, he's turned into probably their most reliable player, best player. He's banged up a little bit, but should be back here soon. Cam Smith's the real deal. Coming out of spring training, he was so good at the beginning of spring, and they kept letting him play. And next thing you know, he was really good. And he's having a great rookie year, dude. Made the team out of barely played just a little bit last year in rookie ball. Bam, he makes the team out of open day. They were right. This guy can flat out play. He's starting to get the power stroke going too. Christian Walker, I think, is going to have a nice second half. He's kind of had an up and down first half, was okay. I think he hits the ground running in the second half. So I just think Framber Valdez in that rotation, Hunter Brown's one of the best pitchers in the game. Those are two of the best guys in the game right there, leading that rotation with Hader in the back end. I think the Astros are here to stay, bro.
All right. I got a really good question for you right now. Cal Raleigh has 38 home runs going into the second half. Aaron Judge has 35 home runs going into the second half.
Right.
I know, that makes you sneeze.
That makes you sneeze right there.
Yeah. Who will be the home run champ of the 2025 season?
Aaron Judge. I think Cal Raleigh is one of the best players in the game. What he's doing right now is unprecedented as a catcher. But I think that as a catcher is a big thing. I mean, to catch 162, that's why you've never seen guys put up huge. I mean, Piazza really put up some huge numbers as a catcher. So if he gets more days as a DH in the second half, he's going to, have an incredible second half. And it looks like he's really locked in with his power stroke. I just believe Aaron Judge is the greatest player on the planet. And I think he's somehow, we're so enamored with Cal Raleigh that we're kind of not paying attention to Judgy, who's, 2 homers behind?
Yes.
We just expect that. We're going nuts over Cal Raleigh because, this is incredible. For a switch hitting catcher, it is incredible.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. And do you know what nobody's talking about? I have not heard this. Maybe I'm not paying enough attention. Aaron Judge is going for the triple crown. Dude, he's hitting 355. Like, he is, hold on, batting average, he's got 20 points on the next highest guy. And that's, I mean, I'm talking major league triple crown. I'm not just talking AL here. He's
right.
1 RBI behind, and he's 2 homers behind. Dude, I think we got it. Aaron Judge has as legitimate a shot of a triple crown as anybody ever has. And I think he's going to get it.
I think he's got a great shot to get it, dude. Because one thing Aaron Judge is not going to do, he ain't going away. Mm-mm. He's not going away. And don't forget, Chinch, we think this is 2 halves. We're 90-some games. What are we? We've played 90-some games.
Yes.
We're 60-plus games to go.
Some guys have 98 games.
Yeah, 98 games.
Yeah.
Right? So we have 60-plus games to go. Like, this isn't 2 halves.
Right.
And you give Aaron Judge 60-plus games to go and have him locked in, you could see some stupid numbers.
Yeah. I still think it's unbelievable that these guys have RBI totals in the 80s.
No, it's incredible. What does Suzuki have?
Suzuki?
Yeah, Suzuki. He was leading the league, I think.
Yeah, Suzuki's got 77. Pete Alonso has 77. Eugenio Suarez, who could be on a different team, is at 78.
Wow.
Riley Green has 78 RBIs.
Wow. So what's Judge have?
Judge has 81 RBIs, and Cal's got 82. Those are
Cal, because they're the 1 and 2. Oh, wow.
Isn't that unbelievable?
That's really incredible.
And then, again, Pete Crow Armstrong, by the way, his team. What's your take on the Cubbies? Where do you think they stand?
Dude, I think they got a great team. I think they could afford to get one more starter. But that offense is one of the best in the game. Ian Happ, PCA, Tucker, Horner's, hits for average was great. Swanson's having a nice year. They're I'm forgetting a couple guys, but they got some legit. Michael Bush might be the best first baseman in the game, and dude, they got some thunder. Oh, by the way, the Dodgers might regret that one, dude. They got rid of Michael Bush, so I'm like, ooh. And don't forget, a few years back, dude, they got rid of Yordan Alvarez.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Killer, dude.
But that's why the Dodgers are the Dodgers. They draft well, they develop well, and prospects. I told Jake that your goal is to make it to the big leagues with the Toronto Blue Jays. But don't forget, at some point, you could be a trade piece for them when they need to get better, at the big league level. And for me, that's how I got to the Reds. I mean, I got Jim Thome there. They're one of the best teams in the game. They needed starting pitching. Go get Dave Burba. Bam, I'm with the Reds, and there goes my career starting. So you just never know. And I think about Michael Busch, Yordan Alvarez, two of the best players in the game from the Dodgers. They were prospects that they got traded at some point. We didn't know who they were. Now we do.
Yeah, there was a guy in the minor leagues for the Yankees for years that everybody was like, oh, this guy's going to be great. And he never got a chance to play for the Yankees. Guess what? Because there's a first baseman named Don Mattingly. The guy's name was Fred McGriff.
Dude, I don't know if I realized McGriff.
Yeah,
I don't know if I realized that McGriff was the Yankee.
Yeah, Jeff Bagwell, an all-time Houston Astro, was a Red Sox. Like that. That's what happens, right? Sean Casey would have been a Cleveland Indian at the time.
Yeah.
Now you're in the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
I know, it's incredible.
All right, I want to hit you on one more big one. The NL East is a half game separating the two teams. The Mets were gangbusters at the beginning of the season, slumped a bunch, and then kind of picked it up a little bit. But the Phillies have been hanging in there the entire season at top of that division. How do you handicap that in the second half?
Wow. And don't sleep on Zach Wheeler. His last 6 starts, I think he has a .68. Is that good? .68 ERA in his last 6 starts? You got to be kidding me.
Yep.
Wheeler, dude, we think Skeens is the Cy Young. It's probably, if Wheeler keeps pitching the way he is, it's going to be Wheeler.
There you go.
He's been freaking lights out. So I just think that rotation with Sanchez and Wheeler and Suarez, I mean, it's just so loaded. And then, I think the bullpen's been their one thing that's like, man, the Achilles heel every year seems for the Phillies seems to be that bullpen. So I'm sure Dave Dombrowski's going to be looking for some bullpen help, no doubt about it. But when you look at that lineup, dude, especially Schwarber's one of the best hitters in baseball. The guy could change a game. He's got 30 home runs, one of the best hitters out there. We saw him at the Derby. We saw him at the end of the game. He's a game changer. Harper's back healthy. Trey Turner's having a great year. Probably should have been an all-star. All those guys are doing their thing. So you look at the Mets. Juan Soto should have been an all-star, dude. He's one of the best players in the game. There's no doubt about that. Lindor's doing his thing. Pete Alonso is having an MVP season, hitting home runs and driving in runs like he always does, but hitting for average this year, too, about 290. Hit a 3-run homer in the all-star game. He's still going. They need to get the pitching going. Senga's back, which is huge. Peterson's been really good. When's Manaea coming back? Do you know? I mean, I think.
Yeah, he's pretty much back. Second half.
Okay, so then that's huge.
You got your rotation second half.
That's huge, dude. You've got to have Manaea back. I mean, Nimmo's having a nice year. The bullpen's been good. Carlos Mendoza is one of my favorite people on earth. He's a great manager. So that's going to be a dogfight till the end, dude. Period. It's going to be Phillies, Mets, Braves. I got a feeling the Braves are not going to be in this one.
There you go. And that's we talked earlier. Chris Sale. Take a look. Yeah. Take a look out there, folks. Yeah. If you need a pretty good pitcher, right. August time. That's the guy. All right, we will be here. I can promise that. The mayor's office will be here.
We will be here for all of it. All the trades and deadline, all that stuff. And dude, too, don't sleep on the Reds. They're sitting around 500. The rotation. If you get Hunter Green back, Andrew Abbott's an all-star. Nick Lodolo's got great stuff. Chase Burns is getting his feet wet. They got some pieces. Nick Martinez might go back to the bullpen, but they really got some pieces with the Reds and Tito driving the bus. Ellie De La Cruz, McLean, Spencer Steers getting going. You just like to see the Reds make that run because I still think the Central's open with even the Cubs and the Brewers fighting at the top. The Brewers are real too, Chinch. They add Mizorowski. This guy's a flamethrower. They just pick up Andrew Vaughn. Huge. They just got back Brandon Woodruff to go with Peralta. You're seeing don't sleep on the Brewers. And you know what about Pat Murphy? Pat Murphy, you look at his lineup, Chinch, it's just a bunch of grinders.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's like Pat Murphy's personality and his players. Okay, dude? Yeah, Durbin, go get us the W.
One team I forgot to mention just now Jake Casey's Toronto Blue Jays are in first place in the American League East. Let's
Bro,
click on them, dude.
the Blue Jays are legit, man. The Blue Jays are legit. Bo Bichette's been swinging the bat. Vlad Guerrero's been swinging it. Addison Barger's been getting after it too. George Springer's resurgent. What he's done this year. He's been over an 830 OPS pretty much all year, hitting home runs. Doing what he's doing. That's a fun team to watch. Alejandro Kirk was an all-star. You have Gosman, you have Bassett, you have Barrios in that rotation. The bullpen's been really good too. The Blue Jays are real. They're not going anywhere. I'm be surprised if Ross Atkins, isn't wheeling and dealing too here soon to get maybe another starter, maybe another bat, maybe some bullpen help. So yeah, the Blue Jays are there. The Yankees will be there. Cash is going to make some plays, no doubt about it. The Rays are kind of hovering at 500 right now, 50-47. So it's a sprint now. Listen, this first half is part of the marathon. You're at mile 18 now.
There you
There's
go.
8 miles to go. If you're in good shape and you have in the marathon, you can turn it on those last 8 miles. We're going to find out who has depth. We're going to find out who has money. We're going to find out who has prospects. And we're going to find out who does the best at the deadline, who has the best team in this 60-plus game sprint here in the second half. It's going to be incredible.
It's going to be incredible. One last question. What is Jake's first team? Your son? Where is he playing? What's the minor?
He's going to go down. He's down in Dunedin right now, Dunedin, Florida. They have their complex. They're going to go down there. I believe they have like a nice dorm for everybody for like the first 10 days. Then they move to an apartment. They go play in Dunedin, Florida, in low A ball.
Can I get a hat? Can he get me a hat?
Well, I'll get it to you. Do you want a fitted hat?
I want whatever he'll give me. Can he sign it? I want to sign Jake.
Jake will get you a sign. I'll make sure he gets you a signed hat.
That's all I want.
His signature needs work, though, dude. His penmanship was always so bad growing up. I'm like, Jake, you got to pay attention to your penmanship. You know what I mean? The signature's just got to be better. I'm like, you got to be better.
You got to teach him how to sign a ball. There's an art to all of that stuff, dude.
Right on the sweet spot, dude. Right? And you got to, dude. When I was real quick story. There was a guy named Casey Whitney. He was a lefty. Never made it a little bit. Cup of coffee in the big leagues. We're signing one time at like Indians Festival back in the day. It wasn't Guardians Festival, so I'm not speaking out of line. It was Indians Festival back in the day.
It was.
And I remember I just did an S quick C, and I remember him telling me one time, he goes, hey, represent the Casey name where you could, write, because his name was Casey Whitney, really write it out. So that was the first thing I thought about seeing the signature. Then after my first year in the big leagues, Chinch, I collected like 200 balls holding guys on because I didn't know how long I was going to be there. I'm like, I'm collecting as many balls as I can. So I collected like 200 balls. Swear to God, I get after the season. I'm the biggest fan. I lay them all out in the middle of the room, and I'm going through, oh, man, can't wait to see what balls I have. I could only read 20% of the signatures, changed my signature that day. I said, I'm never giving a kid my signature that can't read Sean Casey. Derek Jeter, clean it up. Greg Maddux, tired signature. You guys, so tired. Mark McGwire, incredible signature. Randy Johnson, tired. We just go down the list. Like Barry Bonds, only reason yours is good, Barry, is because I could see the two B's, right? Right? I could go down the list of guys here. Michael Jordan, nice job, Michael. You're dominating. Let's see what we got here. Ken Griffey Jr. Junior signature, incredible. My boy Griff, nice job. And then we got Volpe's. Volpe writes it out. Miguel Cabrera, beautiful. Johnny Lester, really nice. Tino Martinez with a great signature. And then we got Albert Pujols, nice. Pedroia, terrible. Clean it up, Pedroia. Jim Thome, of course, Jimmy's signature's right on time. Mike Lowell, yes, good one, Michael. David Wright with a beautiful signature.
There you
know what I'm saying? Steve Blass with a great signature. Hey, if you got a crappy signature out there, get better. Derek Jeter, I don't know what you're doing, bro, but you're Derek Jeter. Nobody knows it but you when you're doing the old squiggly wiggly.
I love it. Got the auto pen. All right.
And the Greg Maddux. Have you ever seen Maddux? It's like, it looks like a heartbeat. What are we doing? What are we doing? Greatest pitcher of all time. Here you go.
All right. We said it all. All right, brother.
Hey, bro. Love you, man. First half's done. Second half, here we come, baby.